The Gofamint annual convention is here again.
And we are excited.
Exactly. We are so
OMG.
super excited. Like, wow. We've so missed the convention. Didn't you miss convention last year?
I missed convention actually.
Exactly.
Because of the lockdown, we didn't have the physical gathering.
Yeah.
But 2021 is here, and our convention is starting soon.
Very soon. In fact,
What is
very
convention to
soon.
you,
Well,
Nikki?
convention is like one of the biggest gatherings of the saints. You have people from far and wide coming together to worship God in one place.
Yeah.
So this year's own is not just going to be an online thing. It's going to be physical. I mean, you're going to be meeting a lot of people, your friends and your family you've not seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
You see them. And don't forget the men of God that will be joining us as well for convention. So that's just, and the camping experience.
It's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Nigerian churches are, as center of attraction for
Yeah,
pilgrimage.
exactly.
People from far and near come down to, fellowship, learn at the feet of Jesus. They tend to come look for miracle signs and wonders. And it brings a lot of economic benefit to the hosting community. But specifically for Gofamint, I mean, this is one gathering that we are looking forward to, and we trust God that God will move mightily in our midst.
Amen.
The theme for this convention.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're going to get there. We are going to get there.
All right, so we don't want to spill it, although we know some people are aware of the theme already.
Yeah.
But definitely we'll bring it to you. But before we go to that, we need to tell you how the convention started in the Gospel Faith Mission International. And in case you don't know, this is our 55th convention.
Yes.
The 55, imagine. That's
And
so
our
long.
65th, anniversary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so for the convention, the brief history says the first annual convention held from 4th to 7th November 1966, 55 years ago, at the then Gofamint headquarters, number 22 Balogun Street, Iwaya, Lagos State. The total number of participants that attended was 300 people, and they were fed, and accommodation was totally for free. Wow. The annual convention has held at various places at different times and different locations. It's been held at Ibadan, at Mushin, at Okitipupa, at Ife, at Oshodi, at Onipan, at Lagos, at Akure, Ijebu-Ode, Ikare, before it's finally bettered at the present location, which is the Gospel City, Ogumakin. So, I mean, this is quite an history for the church. 55 years ago, that is when the convention started.
About how many persons started?
300 people, 300. And now we have
recording over 30,000 people.
I'm telling
gathering, together for the convention.
Yeah.
In fact, more than that, actually, more than that. I will quickly run through the theme for the convention that we've had from 2011 up until now. In 2011, the theme for the Gofamint convention was Divine Lifting. And for 2012, we had the Kingdom Church in a Changing World.
Wow.
That's awesome. In 2013, we had the Awesome God. I'm sure the Awesome God proved himself awesome at that gathering.
Exactly.
In 2014, we had the Astonishing Christ. That was the theme for the convention in 2014. Then in 2015, we had the Glorious Church. Wow, we have
some of the flyers
too,
yeah.
That particular convention,
exactly.
The Glorious Church. That was in 2015. And in 2016, we had God of All Blessings. God of All Blessings. That's for 2016 convention.
I totally love some of the themes. I mean, they're so profound, and as you can just key into some of these things, and you can actually testify to it. Exactly, because people keep on attending.
Exactly.
You can't just get enough of this thing. Some people come in year in and year. I can imagine what a lot of people were complaining last year because there was no convention.
Yeah.
They missed the gathering. They missed the miracles. They missed everything that goes on right in the convention.
Let me quickly run through the rest. In 2017, we had a new beginning. Wow. I remember that I was at that camp.
Exactly.
I was at the convention. And yeah, it actually marked, a new beginning experience for me personally. And I know many people can attest to the fact that, it did mark a new beginning for them. Then in 2018, we had Going Higher. Going Higher. That's for 2018 convention. Then for 2019, the theme was
Give out of all.
And now 2021.
Yeah.
The theme for this year is successful Christian
Living.
I'm sure you cannot wait to experience what this will be like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are actually, in fact, expecting what this thing is all about. A lot of Christians, do you know, are not successful. And imagine coming to the convention and knowing what it means to not just be a Christian, but to be a Christian who is living in a successful way, successful Christian living.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to be going down to the past speakers. We know that speakers make very, very important parts of conventions. I mean, without speakers, without ministers, there would be no convention.
Yeah.
And there might be no blessing as well, because God is going to be using his vessels, right, to communicate to his children. All right, so we'll be looking at the past external speakers. We've had like speakers that are from the church, which is the Gospel Faith Mission International. And we also have speakers that are brought in from other seasoned ministers of God. So part of the past external speakers we've had, I'll go first to Pastor Gary Maxey. He's a white man, and he is the founder of the West African Theological Seminary. We've also had the presence of Bishop David Oyedepo. I know some people would exactly yes ago. Like we said, this is the 55th time we are doing the convention, so that was way back. Some people might have not even been born then. I was not exactly. I was probably still in heaven back then. All right, so we have Wale Oke as well. He is the pastor in charge of the Sword of the Spirit ministry, and also the present national president of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria. We also have Pastor Umayopai. He's the pastor of the Church Chosen Generation. So if you know this man of God, you'll be like, wow. In fact, this convention, I wish I was in some of this convention, but unfortunately, I was still being bettered with God in heaven. All right, so we've had the presence of Bishop Mike Okonkwo, who is the pastor in charge of TREM. We've had the honor of being under the administration of Pastor W.F. Kumuyi, who is the Deeper Life Ministry General Overseer. We also have Prophet Abiola Adebisi, who is in charge of the Christ Miracle Church Mission, and also to our internal past speakers. We've actually talked about the external ones. Now we have to go internal, the ones that are from this church that has blessed us from their bowels, giving us words of life, words of wisdom, you know, giving us secrets that we can use to live all through. And we really bless God for their lives. So for the first person I'll be calling here is Pastor Professor S.O. Iwola. The next person is late evangelist Ori Mogunje. That's so sad. In fact, sometimes his ministry, people were always expecting his ministry. Sometimes some people always run down to the auditorium from their rooms because they hear that exactly the section, and they just can't wait for him. The next person here is Evangelist Augustine Sosa. Next year also is Evangelist Salako. And last year, although not the least, is Pastor C.O. Abe. So those are the past ministers that we've had during our past conventions. So for this year, which is 2021, with the theme Successful Christian Living, I have the pleasure and I have the honor of doing this to announce the chief host exactly of this year's convention, which is the person of our daddy, our father, the General Overseer of the Gospel Faith Mission International, Pastor Dr. Elijah Oludele Abino. In fact, I just wait for Daddy's turn to come during the convention. And I know that God has actually given him this thing. There is somewhere that this team came from.
Definitely.
The team Successful Christian Living did not just appear. It came from the man of God. And I know that there's just something
God is set to
exactly
with the team.
Exactly. All right, so we'll also have the presence of our DGO, the Deputy General Overseer, which is the person of Pastor Emmanuel Oluwayemi. We have the General Secretary, Pastor Femi Omowumi, and some other ministers of God. We have Valerie K. Gary Maxey is also coming this year as well. Abiola too will be there. A lot of people, we can't start mentioning a lot of them so that you not get exhausted. But we guess that during the convention, they will not exhaust you because you will be blessed during each and every one of these great ministers.
I hope you already packed your bag.
Exactly.
The convention is less than a week now, so you should plan and prepare ahead. You pray ahead of the convention, and you don't want to miss it. Trust me, you have to be on ground from day one. God is set to do a new thing in your life, and you would just have to be at the appointed time, at the appointed place, at the appointed time where He has set you to be at, so that you can receive from Him.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's just a rundown of the pre-conversion highlight for today.
For the past years. Well, we just want to enjoin you. See, you just have to clear up your calendar. In fact, clear up your activity for the coming week.
You should clear it up.
Exactly.
Just dare God. You want to come and camp with the Lord for 7 good days. Trust me, you're not going to return home the same way you've come. It's a mountain, and you're going to meet with the Lord, and everything about you will change for good. So please clear your calendar and prepare to be there.
All right. So the dates for the convention is August 2nd to August 8th. 2021. We expect a massive attendance from everyone far-wide, members and non-members of the Gospel Faith Mission International. Exactly, you're all invited. All right, so till we see you some other time, we'll be bringing different highlights from past conventions. So this is from myself, Ruki and Tolu. Have a wonderful day. Bye.